Trainers all over the world and in Australia have different facilities to train at, but I think here at Ballarat we've got the uphill track, straight 1400 metres with a 4-degree incline. It's a great place to train racehorses. But it's the fact that it's straight which is really key, and it just means that a horse isn't always loading that inside leg and that off hind leg, turning round tight turns.
Sectional, so we've gone 10-6 over.
The hill track here has this fantastic laser system. As they pass each furlong marker, they break the laser and it records their times on the screen. So, it's really handy having accurate feedback on exactly what times they've done. If you can train a horse up a hill where they're not going at top speed, but they are getting fit, they're really working, I think that's quite a good compromise and a good way to get them fit in preparation for the gallops and jump outs that will lead to a race. Uphill training tracks are, I think, a vital part of sort of range of training facilities that you can have or have access to for training horses.
Quality young trainer in Matt Cumani, aka Clark Kent, with those glasses on. We know he is Superman underneath all that. Didn't that look fantastic, Ballarat? I want to talk to you, Em, about Mike Moroney. He's had a wonderful spring carnival. He's got a big chance coming up in the Ballarat Cup with Banker's Choice, and he's still got stables in New Zealand.
Yeah, he has. He has a base at Matamata, and quite a big base, actually. I think he's got about 55 boxes there at Matamata with some awesome facilities. They've got paddocks the horses can go out in, and it's just, he's set up a wonderful system. It's really hard to do, to have your sort of hand across 2 training facilities, but he's got Pam Gerard there who manages that Matamata stable, and it's all the same principles and foundations and routines that he has in Australia that he uses over in New Zealand as well. And it's been such a great nursery for some of those top horses that he's brought across. Of course, most recently one of those being Rockin' Horse, who's just
fantastic.
Been incredible in what she's been able to do, and she came through that Pam Gerard system. And just reliving this moment, I think all of New Zealand racing fans just about dropped their mouths on the floor when this happened. We win the staying races, maybe races over a mile, but to win a top sprint over 1200 metres up the straight at Flemington, something for the ages.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I think, supported by his brother Paul, who's just such a brilliant bloodstock guy and a great horseman. They are just a power force. Now, can Banker's Choice, now in new colours in Australia, finally win in Australia?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, isn't it? And I feel like today's D-Day a little bit, because he really should win based on what he's been doing in those key sort of form races in the build-up to today. Finds easier company today. He's been closing off his runs really well, so he should win today. And if he doesn't, there's just a little bit of a question mark there. But Mike well represented with the 3 Kiwi breds in the race.
Certainly. Bruce, on this day, we've seen some nice horses emerge on Ballarat Cup Day.
And you mentioned, Richo, about Cumani and David Eustace, a strong hand. They've got a dozen today. And the 3 horses we're going to pick out are all from their stable. So Snapdancer's the first. So she won on this day a couple of years ago. That was the opening race that we've had today. So here's Snapdancer winning the benchmark 78 over 1200 metres. Now, from this, of course, she went on to the Magic Millions, where she'd been unlucky the year before and won that Fillies and Mares race. And then wins the Sangster, runs second in Attached Tiara, and then wins the Memsey. So she's just gone from strength to strength to strength. So Snapdancer wins on this day. Then Lighthouse last year, she won the race that'll be race 10 today that Detonator Jake is going to run in. So she came from America to Ballarat to win here. She went on to win the Cornwall Classic, a Group 1, placed in another couple of Group 1. So all the first time we'd seen her at Ballarat. And this one probably the mummy of them all, Marabi. Now the horse that run second here bolted in last night, Savannah Cloud. But this was awesome, and we all thought, OK, Oakley Plate for her, and Oakley Plate it turned out to be. This was on this day last year. That's the next race coming up. So those 3 horses, all from Mar and Eustace, at this meeting have gone on to win 4 Group 1s between them and about $4 million. So not only Bendigo is the nursery of champions.
Yeah, that's a good point.